Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. First, the headlines. TAPI gas pipeline project was launched today that will transport Turkmenistan's gas to Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. Prime Minister speaking on the occasion said Pakistan is committed to long-term economic goals which guarantee stability in the region. Pakistan has categorically conveyed to the United States that bilateral relationship can move forward only in an environment of mutual trust and respect. Defense attaches of US, UK, France, China, Turkey and Indonesia who visited line of control in Rawalakot sector today were briefed about deliberate targeting of civilians by India. UN's International Children's Emergency Fund has called for urgent efforts to help over 700,000 Rohingya children against violence in Myanmar and upcoming cyclone in Bangladesh. And now the news in detail. Groundbreaking ceremony of Afghanistan's section of landmark Turkmenistan-Afghanistan-Pakistan-India pipeline project was held in Herat today. It was attended by Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi, Afghan President Ashraf Ghani, Turkmenistan President Gurbanguly Bermudumadu, India's Minister of State External Affairs Mubashir Javed Akbar, NATO and US Forces Commander General John Nicholson, and other high-ranking officials. Addressing the ceremony, Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi said Pakistan is committed to long-term economic goals which guarantee stability in the region.
Pakistan today is an economic destination second to none. A market of 100 million people awaits investors in Pakistan, and Pakistan today provides peace, security, and stability.
He wished Afghanistan success for its economic projects and said security in Afghanistan is security in Pakistan. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani in his address said Afghanistan will leave no stone unturned to implement the project. He said today Herat gives the message of confidence, hope and rehabilitation to Afghanistan and the region. Turkmenistan President meanwhile stressed the need for increasing his country's cooperation with Afghanistan. He said the implementation of the TAPI project is the biggest achievement for the countries involved and it has a good impact on Afghanistan's security and economy. India's Minister of State External Affairs at the event said his country is committed to supporting the project. Earlier, groundbreaking ceremony of Turkmenistan section of TAPI pipeline project was held at Turkmen city of Serhatabad. An agreement or Turkmenistan-Afghanistan-Pakistan power line was also signed on the occasion. A Pakistani cultural troupe performed at the occasion along with their counterparts from partner TAPI countries. Addressing the ceremony, Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi expressed the confidence that TAPI gas pipeline project would provide shared prosperity, unite people, provide socio-economic development and peace dividends in the region.
This corridor will provide for gas pipelines, power transmission, IT linkages, road, rail, and economic zones. It will provide shared regional prosperity, it will unite people, it will provide socio-economic development, and it will provide peace dividends. This project only has winners.
He said TAPI will provide 10% of Pakistan's total energy consumption today. Pakistan has said that despite long-term partnership, it is the United States which is drifting away from Pakistan. At his weekly news briefing in Islamabad today, Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Mohammad Faisal expressed his surprise over the recent US intelligence reports that Pakistan is drifting away from Washington.
It is surprising that in US we are seeing this report when in reality it is the US that is drifting away from Pakistan despite our long-time friendship. We have categorically conveyed to the US that this relationship can move forward only in an environment of mutual trust and respect.
The spokesperson said that Pakistan has categorically conveyed to the US that this relationship can move forward in an environment of mutual trust and respect. He said, "We want to take forward this relationship after identifying some joint goals." Responding to a question, Dr. Mohammed Faisal said Pakistan has serious concern over motion moved by the US and UK at the Financial Action Task Force to put Pakistan on the grey list. He pointed out that most of the US concerns regarding deficiencies in anti-money laundering and combating terror financing had already been addressed in 2015 when Pakistan got an exit from the grey list. The spokesperson said the exit from the grey list was acknowledgement of the country's robust mechanism against money laundering and terrorism, which is in the line with the international standards. Minister for Interior, Planning, Development and Reforms Ahsan Iqbal says acting PMLN party president will be elected within 7 days, while a permanent president will be chosen in the next 45 days. Talking to media men in Lahore today, he said that a central working committee of PMLN was authorized to elect party president in the wake of Apex Court verdict. Defence Minister Engineer Khurram Dastagir Khan visited Survey of Pakistan in Rawalpindi. Surveyor General of Pakistan Major General Akhtar Jameel Rao briefed the minister about the department, its functions, achievements and initiatives on development of new generation geodatum of Pakistan. He was taken around to various offices where highly technical work on digital geospatial remote sensing data was being done. Minister was also briefed about survey of Pakistan's pivotal role in demarcation of borders of country and progress on boundary pillars. This is Radio Pakistan. Defense attaches of US, UK, France, China, Turkey and Indonesia visited line of control in Rawalakot sector of Azad Jammu and Kashmir. They were briefed about Indian atrocities along line of control and deliberate targeting of civilians by Indian Army. Defense attaches interacted with victims of ceasefire violations and gained first-hand knowledge about their sufferings. The London-based World Human Rights watchdog Amnesty International has expressed serious concern over the impunity enjoyed by the Indian troops for human rights abuses in occupied Kashmir. The Amnesty International, in its annual report for 2017-18, said that in April last year, 8 people were killed by the Indian forces following protests during a by-election for an Indian parliamentary seat. The United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund has called for urgent efforts to help more than 720,000 Rohingya children who are threatened by the approaching cyclone season in Bangladesh and ongoing violence in Myanmar. In a report issued today, it said that floods caused by the forthcoming cyclone season are likely to engulf the fragile camps where most of the refugees are living. According to the report, an estimated 185,000 Rohingya children are in Myanmar's Rakhine state, while in Bangladesh, there are estimated to be around 534,000 Rohingya refugee children. The report says people would not go home unless they are guaranteed safety and security. In Syria, fighter jets conducted new air raids on eastern Ghouta today ahead of a UN vote on ceasefire in the country. According to Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, government warplanes and artillery hit Doma, Zamalka, and other towns across the enclave in the early hours. The recent escalation has killed at least 426 people, including 98 children. In a related development, the UN Security Council is to vote today to demand a 30-day ceasefire across the country. Turkey has launched a protest with the Netherlands after the Dutch parliament recognized the massacre of around 1.5 million Armenians in 1915 as genocide. Dutch charge d'affaires was summoned to the Turkish foreign minister today to express Ankara's displeasure over the move. In today's first match of Pakistan Super League at Dubai against Quetta Gladiators, Karachi Kings were 140-7 in 19.1 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Karachi Kings won the toss and opted to bat. In another match, Multan Sultans will play against Lahore Qalandars tonight. And finally, the weather. Rain thunderstorm with snow over the hills and associated with the gusty winds is expected at scattered places in northeast Balochistan, Quetta, Job, Kalar divisions, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Fatah, and at isolated places in South Punjab, including Sahiwal, Multan, Dera Ghazi Khan, and Bahawalpur divisions. To end the news, here are some of the headlines again. TAPI gas pipeline project was launched today that will transport Turkmenistan's gas to Afghanistan, Pakistan and India. Pakistan has categorically conveyed to the United States that bilateral relationship can move forward only in an environment of mutual trust and respect. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio.